Hello everyone, it's Ben at TV Parts today. In front of me on the table we have an LG unit model OLED65A1PUA. We're going to be doing a short tutorial video on how to get the back off of this unit as well as how to get the boards out of the back of the unit. We are going to need just a few tools. A screw gun, a screwdriver will work just fine. We have a small flathead screwdriver just to help us pry the back off, and we have a spudger just in case things get ugly. And let's get into it. We do have the back of the TV laid out here. We are going to be using our small flathead screwdriver to try and pry up on one of the corners of this back plate, just enough to kind of pop the clips there so we can actually start pulling the back plate off here. So let's get started on that. I'm just going to try and find a nice spot here where I'm not going to cause any damage. Right here on the side looks pretty good. You see it did just kind of pop up. I'll get my fingers underneath there and kind of slide it down around the bottom, up the sides, and there should be, if I'm not mistaken, it should slide upwards and pop right out. And now we have access to the boards in the back of the TV. For the main board, the first step is going to get all of the plugs and clips away from the main board itself. We're going to start with this guy right here. You want to pinch down on the right and left side on those two little clips, depress them both, slowly walk it out and away from the board. This one right here, we're going to pop it up with our fingernail. We're going to do this guy too. And then what we want to do is slowly walk these ribbon cables out and away from the main board. They are pretty delicate. We do want to be careful with those, that we don't cause any damage to those ribbon cable connections. This guy is going to be the same style as this one. We're just going to want to punch down on the two sides, slowly walk it out away from the main board. The next step is going to be to get all of the screws holding the board into the chassis out of the main board so that we can free that here. And after the screws come out, we should just be able to lift this main board up and away. The first step for the power supply board is going to be to get all of these clips away from the board itself. Start with this guy. We want to squeeze down on the right and left side. There's two little buttons on the right and left side of this clip. We want to depress those, slowly walk it up and away from the board. This one is going to have a lever that we're going to want to depress with our thumb. So we squeeze down on that, letting that latch open, and it comes right out. Exact same style with this guy. Push down with our thumb, pull it right out. All that's left here is going to be a handful of screws going around the outside of the power supply, and this should come up and away from the chassis. And that should be the power supply board. The first step for the TCON board is going to get these clips and cables away from the TCON board itself. This one's going to have a small lever on the back that we want to depress with our thumb. Should slide out and away. Same thing with this guy. Depress that with our thumb, slides out and away. These two guys are going to have two buttons on the right and left side that we want to push down, and those just walk right out of there. Same thing with this guy. Depress those two buttons, walk it right out. These ribbon cable connections here at the bottom we want to pop up with our fingernail. And then these ribbon cables themselves should just come right out. Easy stuff there. So let's get these screws out of the TCON board, and this should come away from the chassis. And that's our TCON board. All right, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'm gonna have a link down below in the description to a subreddit that you can go to if you have any more questions. Don't forget to like the video, leave us a comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we will see you next time. Thank you for watching another TV Parts Today repair video. If you have a question regarding your TV repair, post a comment and we will try to help. And don't forget, you can help us and stay up to date by subscribing, liking, and sharing our content. Also, check us out on Facebook.